The favor tree. You take a step forward. Well, I don't see Loop's legs. The sun is shining. The wind is blowing through the village. The tree's leaves rustle around gently. There's no one under the tree. You walk a little further, look around, trying to see if there's anything left behind, but there's nothing. Loop is gone. Why? Where did they go? Or they were here to help you with the loops, weren't they? The loops won't happen anymore, you're too weak for it, so... Has Loop disappeared too? Because they were here to help you and their task is over? Why? You didn't have time to apologize, to thank them. You didn't have time to thank them for helping you this whole time. That's not fair. You remember another ritual from your past. You know, I was thinking... if there was, like, something I was supposed to do for anything, like, the game would have to have a way of, like, leading you to figuring that out, right? So I'm guessing this is that moment. It's going to tell us, oh, well, if you did this... then, you know, maybe you would have had a different outcome or something. Mrs. Epitaph Fox, thank you very much for the splash. Unfortunately, it does nothing, but it does let me know that you're here. Welcome and welcome. Another ritual from your past, a tradition, that when you visit a grave, you should always leave something behind. Something you've carried with you for a long time. To leave behind a memory of you for their journey. You look into your pockets and gently put your silver coin where Loop used to sit. Goodbye, Loop. And thank you. The sun hits the coin, making it almost glow. This dialogue is different than what I remember. The trees around you are silent. You walk back. Alright, so I thought the game was going to be like, oh, I remember a ritual that, like, if you do something with something, something special would happen, and that would be a clue for something else. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the coin still. I recall we figured out that if we used items in our pockets in front of Loop would comment on them, and, like, we had the coin from the very beginning point of the game, and Loop commented about the coin. Maybe we need to do something with the coin with Loop in a past act or something. I don't know. Otherwise, I'm reading too far into this, and really it's just Loop did disappear as the time loops ended. There was something you could have done with the coin, but it's too late for that now. Okay, so I guess we have missed out on a proper ending for Loop then, because we did not discover the secret of the coin. That's okay. I am unfortunately not going to stream going all the way back to doing that and then going through the rest of the game again just to experience that. I'm gonna look that up on YouTube. I think not going back and doing it and letting the ending be what it is without seeing Loop's ending, whatever that is, if that even is really a thing, it makes my experience with the game and my version of Siffrin here, having gotten out of the time loops, it makes it a bookend story, right? We're not shifting time ourselves outside of the game to go back and continuously change things over and over. This is the Siffrin universe 2,453 trillion version, which is our version of Siffrin, and his bookend. Siffrin! Did you give her thanks to Loop? Oh. Did something happen? I couldn't talk to Loop. Oh. Aw, that's too bad. Maybe you can talk to them later then. And we can come with you, and we can say thanks too. Bonbon. You smile sadly. Maybe later, yeah. Psst, we will talk about this later, Siffrin. I don't want you to stay sad and not talk about this. You smile and nod. Are we good? Let's go back to the head housemaiden then. Alright, let's talk to Issa. Hey, Sif. I'm sorry about everything I said. It wasn't cool and you didn't deserve that when you were just trying to help. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, take a breath, buddy. You take a big breath. You've been looking forward to this scene? Oh, #1 Siffrin fan, I'm so sorry to have, like, cut off right before this moment in the last stream then. I'm sorry. It seemed fitting to save Issa for last. I also feel bad because I never got around to going through enough times for us to get Isabeau's confession, whatever it would have been. Although I think we're all pretty sure what it was without needing to actually see it. It's a shame that we don't get to see certain elements of, you know, the epilogue in relation to that because of that. But again, this is our Siffrin. He doesn't get to hear it, so we move on with our lives. You take a big breath. Heh. Yeah, Sif, and the stuff you said yesterday was so accurate and cutting, too. My poor little heart was so hurt. Your face falls. Poor Siffrin. I was so hurt yesterday I couldn't do anything except lie in bed crying. And think about what horrible spirit possessed you. And hey, stop making that face. I'm kidding, sorry. You're not kidding. But... Sif. I mean, yeah, you hurt my fifis. My fifis. My linglings. My linglings. But it was also kind of cool. What? What? I don't know, sometimes someone reads you a little too well and it's like, oh crap, that's so true. Why would you say this? Ow. But also, like, oh, you pay that much attention to me. I feel like Siffrin had a similar reaction when we first learned about why Issa wasn't touching our shoulder in front of the favor tree. And also, like, going through the game and, like, everyone talks about, like, oh yeah, you always mutter to yourself when you're doing stuff. And Siffrin had thoughts about, like, do I really do those things? Are they really paying attention to me that much? I hope he understands what Issa is saying. Your cheeks feel impossibly warm all of a sudden. And I'm guessing a lot of what you said was stuff we talked about before in your loops, right? And I must have repeated the same things a lot, but weirdly enough, I feel a little flattered. Thank you for seeing me this clearly. What the? You can't help but laugh. It is very refreshing, and I hope Siffrin feels this way too, to have someone who finds the time loop stuff not only interesting on a wow, I can't believe that happened, I want to know more level, but also a, like, my headcanon before we even finish this conversation is that Issa would want to know what happened during the time loops. What did we talk about? How did those conversations go? Mira wanted nothing to do with that, and I get the feeling that for Bonnie it would be a little, like, over their head. Maybe they would ask about, like, a thing here and there, about, like, oh, did we talk about that on one of your loops? Odile probably would just be, like, interested in how it happened, less so than what happened. But Issa, at least to me, seems like someone who would be like, you have to tell me everything, because I want to be a person that you can share those experiences with, and also be someone who wouldn't make Siffrin feel bad about having all of those memories. If you still feel bad, you can say something nice to me later. Balance things out. But I'm not mad about it. It was interesting. But also, don't do that stuff again, right? You get a pass because you were sad and also going crazy. You nod. I'll be sure to only say nice things in the future. Yay! Then feel free to tell me all the stuff you want. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I'll do the same. Actually, speaking of stuff to tell, can I tell you something, maybe? You try not to inhale sharply. If that's okay, I just have something to tell you, and I feel like this is the moment. You nod. Oh, crab. Oh, okay, well, I don't know, Sif. Are you sure? Is it okay if I tell you something now? Because it might be a lot, and you've just been through a lot today already, and I just want to make sure you'd be fine if I told you, and... How interesting. Even now, his hand is reaching out to you, hovering, unable to take the first step. Gently, you take his hand and hold it tightly. Aw, that's sweet. He inhales sharply. The universe seems to hold its breath. Aw, the Applin escaped. You're ruining the moment, Applin. I shouldn't wait, right? I should just go for it, right? And tell you? Not the time, Applin. You just look into his eyes and wait. Okay. Okay then. Sif. I really, really like traveling with you during this journey. I really care about you. You're one of my best friends, my comedy partner, an incredibly important person to me, and I... I love you, Sif. I love you so, so much. I love talking to you, and hearing your jokes, and seeing that little smirk you make right before telling one. Aw, he finally said it. I will say, just to interject into this very sweet moment here for these two characters, I think, narratively, it's better that Siffrin doesn't get to hear this until after legitimately saving the world. I have a good idea that we would have been able to get this confession early, and then maybe, like, if we had that, maybe there'd be extra dialogue in here of, like, we already know what he's gonna say, so let's just reassure him or whatever. I feel like it's very narratively satisfying for Siffrin to finally hear it at the true end of the game. Alright, interjection over. And how you're so nice! How you always listen to what everyone has to say! How you always try to give advice even though you're not always very good at it! Oh, and I love your eye! Your hair looks so soft. And I love that you're small and cute. But like in the way a very sharp cooking knife with flowers and little hearts is small and cute. And I like how your face looks when you eat something you like. And how you hide your face under your hat when you feel embarrassed. And how you look all focused when you watch a play or read a book. And... oh, stars. You feel lightheaded. You sway a little. Oh, sorry. I got a little excited. Oh man. It felt like I couldn't stop talking. Like I was sitting on this forever. Did you hear all of this already? Did I just repeat myself like an idiot when I already confessed a bunch of times? No, that was the first time for me too. What? Weird. And cool. Oh well. Now you know. I love you, Sif. I love you. You better not forget it. I won't, Issa. Thank you for telling me. And I love you too, Issa. Oh! Oh! Crab, yeah! Well, to be honest, I knew you did, because I have eyes. But do you love me the same way I love you, though? Give me some time to figure it out. Of course! Take all the time you need, Sif. Phew. Your face feels warm. You can't stop smiling. That was very sweet. I am interested to see what the dialogue would have been had Siffrin heard it before. But again, very narratively satisfying. Like, chef's kiss. Mwah. Narratively satisfying right there. Alright. Here we are. I can feel it. We both know this. It's all over when you talk to me. So, have you done everything you needed to do? Am I ready? No. Honestly not. Like, I will talk to you soon then. Let's just take a... Also, there's an ad break starting in, like, 4 minutes. So I might wait until the ad break is done just to make sure that any potential credit sequence is not interrupted. Let's take a look through everything here. We are still the Traveler. We got up to level 67, which is pretty good. Mirabelle, the housemaiden here. You will stay together for a little while longer. You know, one thing I didn't look at is all of the profile information as we went through the different acts. I wonder if by Act 4 or Act 5, the profiles for everybody would have matched what was in the prologue. You will stay together for a little while longer. The Defender. And the Researcher. We will stay together a little while longer. Bonnie. Weak to cheese, resistant to veggies. The Kid. Level low, HP irrelevant. Attack doing their best, defense not great. Attack speed every 2 turns. Luck high. Current EXP preteen to the next level, no. Nintendo Bro redeeming another D20. Okay. According to my system, the ad breaks have now ended, so let's go ahead. I can feel it. We both know this. It's all over when you talk to me. So, have you done everything you needed to do? Ready? Ready. Wonderful. All of you, come closer. Come closer. I just realized we didn't talk to Isabeau a second time and get all of the extra chats. I just realized that. You know what? It's fine. This is our Siffrin. We don't get to see it. It's fine, really. You finished talking to everyone, so this is it, isn't it? The end of your journey once more. It's all over when you talk to her. For the final time. Is she gonna play a prank on us? Traveling one. Are you worried? Worried? About what? About looping back. I'd always loop back when I died. And whenever I'd talk to you. You would talk, and then the loop would... Whenever we'd talk? But why? Maybe because... Because talking to you means our journey to save Valgard is really over, isn't it? And for you, Siffrin, it also meant all of us going our separate ways, doesn't it? The very thing the loops were trying to stop. Oh, so you think you might still go back? No, you won't. You're too exhausted, too weak, but... What if... Nah, won't happen. So quick! But how do you know? What? Don't you trust me? You'll be fine. You'll stay right here with us. Because we'll stay together for a while longer now, Frin. We'll still be together for a while. And after that, we'd still be together even if we're not. Plus, I doubt there's any craft left for you to use. You really burned yourself out earlier. My bet is that your little temper tantrum earlier used up all that energy from your wish. You might still be able to use some crafts now, although I wouldn't recommend it for a bit. But I doubt you have any energy left over for Timecraft. You won't loop back. I'll super duper promise if you want. You laugh. Yes, you know it's over. There's nothing to tell you otherwise, but... I mean, it's been our reality for who knows how long. That fear is going to just remain. We could hold hands. Hold hands? Hold hands. Hold hands. If Frin is worried, I don't know. Just an idea. That way, even if you do go back, we'll go back with you, right? That sounds right to me, yes. Fine. Let's hold hands then. Odal takes Bonnie's hand. Head housemaiden. Oh, yes, of course. The head housemaiden puts her hand in Odal's and takes Mirabelle's also. Isabeau? Yes. Mirabelle and Isabeau happily link hands. Frin, Frin! Oh, that's so cute. Come on, Frin. Bonnie's sticky hand grabs yours. Still sticky. Sif. Shyly, you put your hand in Isabeau's. You feel warm. Now, I always got the impression that Siffrin was slightly taller than Bonnie, but the angle there made it seem like we were shorter than Bonnie before. What now? Well, if it ended every time you talked to that housemaiden, Sif, then maybe tell us a story, Madame Head Housemaiden. Oh, what kind of story should I tell? A funny one. A cute one? A nice one. One about Belle. Huh? Oh, well, everyone, let me tell you about the very first time Mirabelle made a classroom explode. No! Yes! You close your eye. The head housemaiden's words wash over you. Your head doesn't hurt. Your stomach is full. You feel Bonnie and Isabeau gripping your hands tightly. You feel the wind caress your hair. You feel nothing but the world around you. You inhale. It smells like fresh air and leaves on a sunny day. You smile. I was a little worried for the "it smells sugary." We did it. What an absolute trip. This game has been so amazing. There were several twists and turns that I did not anticipate. And I feel like I know storytelling well enough between various forms of media, movies, TV, comics, books, video games, that, like, I don't necessarily expect to not be surprised by things, but when things really just, like, kind of come out of nowhere is a testament to the storyteller, right? The creator, the writer, what have you. And there were several moments in this game that really made me go, wait, what? As for theories about things that we still don't know the answer to, not necessarily that we would get the answers to them if I had done extra stuff during the game, because I'm sure there's tons of hidden stuff. Like the fact that this version of the game on the Switch doesn't have achievements. It makes me feel like if we were playing on the Steam version, we would be able to see the achievements, and the achievements would also give us hints. Like, we would see, like, as long as the achievement wasn't hidden, I could see, like, oh, the title of this achievement is this. I bet it means I have to go do this kind of thing. Oh, and we're no longer present because we have left. That's so nice. I like that little detail there. There's the space where Siffrin was. They have officially escaped. This is by far one of my all-time favorite games. It's up there for me. I have several other games that I would still classify as my all-time favorites, but this is up there. This is up there. Theories. Color. I really don't think that, like, the color theory and, like, the different shades and whatnot would have been something that they would have further explored than what I saw. But I really think that, it was a wish that removed colors. Because people talk about colors like colors used to be a thing in the game, and then they're no longer there. And then people kind of are just like, this is our reality, and it's different shades, and oh, that's a weird shade. It's not black, white, or gray. That's so weird. I guess you could essentially explain everything away in the game as wishes, right? But, like, why would someone want to get rid of color? And then also, why would wishcraft, like the negative side of wishcraft, have the red coloring despite color being removed? I could make millions of different theories, but obviously I don't think we're going to get answers for that. What the hell happened to the country north of Valgard? Again, I think it was a wish. Why would someone wish for their country to be forgotten by everybody? I think it was unintended consequence. Wishcraft is hugely monkey paw coded. I don't think the king wishing for the kingdom, or not the kingdom, the country of Valgard to be remaining perfect forever would have resulted in him not only becoming huge and powerful enough to, like, attack people and destroy them, but also, like, freeze people in time, as what he may have intended by making that wish. However, he very clearly was like, oh, this is the universe telling me this is how I get my wish, then this is how I do it. Why would I think otherwise? Siffrin, wanting to be remaining with everybody, gets stuck in a time loop where he is always with them despite wanting to save the day and still move on, because he still wants to be with everybody. That wish could have very easily been like, okay, the universe is now giving you the confidence to tell your friends that you want to stick with them after the journey is over. But no, the universe decides, let's throw you into the worst gauntlet I've ever seen a character go through in a very long time. As for Loop, I want to start by collecting my thoughts on, like, what we know about Loop. Loop wished to be there. Loop used wishcraft. Loop used wishcraft wanting to help us. So Loop is either someone we know or someone who knew that this stuff was going to happen. Jeez, I can't even think of, like maybe an NPC that would have helped us. Maybe that shy, the shy one who didn't leave their house, maybe that was Loop? I don't know. Could also have been like a version of the king, or maybe one of the other characters or something. Could have even been like another Siffrin or something. Witchcraft can make like anything possible. It would make sense if it was another Siffrin, because Loop kept saying, I know everything you know. I know everything you know. If you've thought of it, there was that moment. There was that moment when Siffrin was going crazy. We all know the moment. Where Siffrin was like, I just have to beat the king with my own hands and then the world is saved. And Loop was like, trust me, that won't work. And that's when Siffrin abandoned Loop and was like, you knew all this stuff and didn't tell me. If it was a different Siffrin in like a different universe who wasn't able to escape their own timeline and wished to be able to help a different Siffrin out. But that's such a specific wish. I can't imagine that being like the reality. But I mean, it's got the strongest amount. Like, it could also be like any of the other characters. It's just like they very specifically did not want to interact with the other party members. There was a moment in, I think, Act 4 where we were talking about the other party members and Loop showed a genuine interest. And I remember saying, like, oh, that's weird. They've never shown interest in talking about the party before. I don't know. Again, I will look into the stuff that I missed out on. I'm okay with my story of Siffrin, my version of In Stars in Time, what we have experienced, being what it is. I'm fine with it. But we are officially done with In Stars in Time. I'm very happy. I really liked this game. I really liked playing it. I do wish the amount of time between Act 3 and Act 4 was shorter, with an asterisk. The asterisk is, I wouldn't mind those acts being the length that they were, given that it seems like those are the meatiest chapters to go and get all of the side content from. But if I wanted to, say, focus on just the story progression elements, I wish Act 3 in particular was a bit shorter. There was so much to do in Act 3. I also felt like the game kind of gave you, like, here's the 18 different pathways that you can go down. Nearly all of them are all side quest stuff, but we're gonna just give them to you, and you get to decide what you think is more important to do first. Maybe if there was like a little bit more pointed direction, or some of that stuff being available in Act 2 or Act 4, maybe it would have been a little bit better. So pacing-wise, Act 3 could have dealt with a little bit better pacing, but the rest of the game, very phenomenal. I felt like the game's looping mechanic, and like watching Siffrin get kind of used to like, oh, I don't need to pay attention, I know what's happening, perfectly emulates what us, the player, would be feeling, knowing like, oh, well, we're just going through the same stuff over and over again, but I know what I'm doing, so we're skipping the text, we're skipping everything. Not that I would ever try it on my own or watch someone legit play through the entire playthrough this way, but I would really be interested in seeing, one, how long it would take someone, but also, two, how frustrated that would make the player if they were to not speed through any conversation throughout that entire game. It would be like a legitimate In Stars in Time experience, and I think it would drive someone crazy. Number one Siffrin fan, I enjoyed watching you play it. Well, thank you so much for being here to watch me play it. I think you came in like towards like the latter half. Like, I was already in Act 3 when I think you came by, which honestly, like, the first two acts are basically tutorials in and of itself. It's all experiencing everything for the first time and the most dialogue in the entire game. So probably for the best that you came in when you did. But I've loved having you here, as well as like everyone else who would like filter in here and there. I really greatly appreciated everyone. I don't think there's really anything else to say. This is, unfortunately, in my case, not a game that I would ever think about replaying, ever. When the gameplay's mechanic is replaying the entire game over and over and over again already, it doesn't do well for replay value. But this is definitely the type of game that you would want to, after experiencing it, see other people's first time experiencing certain things. Hearing what they think about the game as they play. Like, I get it. I get it now. I got it before, but I got it now.